Spitze, my head. This was so funny just when I saw it on the camera. It's the English version that I'm now voice-overing from the German version that I first created. So this is only the first part about the joint scene. This is a little scene where so much about it. Here I'm talking about the English and German, why, yeah, new friends I made and connecting to my past German projects. Basically letting Germans know that I am actually also a comedian. I didn't do German comedy since the Sabotage of the Supertalent. My last English comedy, I did a bunch of English comedies, and here's one, the biggest, Supernature, and this is a making of just shown. Very incredible. I was homeless and I had fresh stitched leg, and I did public stand-up, which is among the greatest moments also of my life. How it got to that. Here I'm talking about the Supertalent casting Winny. I was Winny from the bar, and I was sabotaged there, and it was really a horror experience, and that's what I'm now just telling, because the people in Germany, for example, they don't know anything about me. They now know me maybe as a skateboarder or maybe, yeah, as some artist, but they don't know what else I did. And so I am, yeah, talking about this experience, about these shows, and also that I just simply respectfully said no, and for that I was sabotaged, and they commit crimes to all these shows are should be forbidden, yeah, or have a complete new leadership. And look at this guy, look at Winnie. How could they ever sabotage something so innocent? Like even if I, yeah, even if you don't know if this person has any talent or does something, you've just seen the photo. Oh my God, this is Winnie, or was. And yeah, here I'm just saying it was the best moment of my life at the pre-casting, where the judges were mind blown and they were glowing like innocent consumers. And they sent me to win the show, and 2 months later, it was the worst moment of my life at the show, completely sabotaged. And however, I did something today, I'm saying here, and I was kind of like, it made me happy. It was successful. It is the Judge Worldyman from the first episode, and he accuses somebody in the audience to have smoked marijuana, and now there's this little playing act of himself doing what he accused, and then here is this voice of the child that will in the end play again, but first we will focus here on this scene. And now I'm talking about how funny it was seeing this right afterwards on the GoPro screen. How I laughed, how I was sitting there where the joint now is, and I was just laughing to myself loudly out. And yeah, now talking about more about this scene, how much goes into this. Yeah, that people can't probably imagine how much goes into creating this little shot here. And yeah, so it was all done here. This was me before I created spontaneously this improvisation act, and then I had this little struck my mind, bam, oh my God, I have to create this scene. And then yeah, it looks easy because it's there, but you have to first find out where, and then you're in real life where suddenly somebody changes your energy provider without your consent, and you have to deal with real life stuff, and I'm here on the phone. And yeah, that's also real life in between. And then it was already like 5 p.m. under pressure, having the idea, I want to go out, I want this shot, but where and when and how. If I don't do it today because I'm doing the 365 challenge, that would there's it. That would make me lose kind of another day, or yeah, like it have to be now. So I'm going out, and here you can see how it really is in real life. I'm doing the hair, but and then here the sunglasses, and then yeah, but here it's like before where do you go? How do you go? Am I going to go with the bike or by foot? I went with by foot, and not knowing about this place, but having it kind of in mind, but not knowing if this is the right place. And so it's also time wise, like I could have maybe spent an hour walking around or so. Yeah, then when I arrived here at this place that I had in mind, there were 3 children. You can see them now there. The Worldys now are representing the three boys, age 10 around. And so it instantly made me not want to be the bad example for 3 children to smoke some joint, even if it's obviously fake. Yeah, I didn't want them to see that. And maybe if they would have stayed there, these kids, then I couldn't have done it there. And yeah, it was a weird thing. This says responsibility and conscience and consciousness. That's me. And when you have these 3 attributes, you have 1 attribute less: confidence. So even though it looks easy, because I simply still do it, I do it anyways, but it is not easy at all for me. All these things. And yeah. So funny. And so it looks easy, but it's not. And also there are circumstances around. There is, look at me. Do you see that? That's me looking over to a parking lot that can be fully, it's alive. It's active like a volcano here. It's not as passive as what you can see in the frame of the camera. So this is an in and out mission. I have to just pull it off, and right now I'm probably being watched by the people from the parking lot, and I cannot focus any longer on that. I have to just now focus on my vision. For this clip, I have to pull it off. I have to do it. But now let's talk about this joint invention, which is also way more than it appears to be. You don't know how to do this. I never did this. So then I started, okay, I have a paper. And then I rolled the paper, and I cut off this overlapping edge, and also I stuck it together, as you can see, the little blue one there, holding it together. Then I put it empty into my backpack, also the hair, and then also, yeah, what else do I even need, you know? I took the shoes, and this was a shot from the public appearance, so from the soundtrack that will be in the next episodes, also in English then. But I was a little fail. I forgot all these things that you could just see, the skateboard and the umbrella and this hammer of the judge. I forgot all that, but in the end, you know that maybe. You just go out, and when you're already on your way, you think, I don't want to turn around. It's kind of laziness, and in the end, it was really just about sitting down and getting this shot here. But now there's also really more to it. There's the really chemistry understanding. And this is a great flame that goes out by itself, as you can see, because there's actually a concept behind that I developed on the go. And here you can see it. This is a 3/4 filled with very dense pressed, not good burning, while at the top there is just this hay, easy hay that burns good. So you see, there's more that goes into than the eye might catch us. And here's the science prize, joint wins science prize, additional edit. Yeah, this is all completely improvised, complete improvisation, and this is the final scene. And wait a second, you can hear it now with the sound, the final scene. There's the child voice that I voice act.
Hello, was machen Sie da?
The final ingredient was the voice acting. It's gonna be in the next part. Reminding that I did a few things that still deserve attention here. How much goes into this that the eye doesn't see when there's just a few seconds of a clip. And this whole thing is defragmented into drawing. The judge drawing was the first, and then there comes the idea, and can I even do this? And then there comes the backdrop, and then the wardrobe, and then the character development, the acting, the voice acting, the soundtrack producing, and music video production, which is 2 complete different productions, and comedy public stunts, and artwork, and then complete newspaper artwork, wholly new newspaper artwork, and stories which are building on each other, and then also additional clips and additional stunts and art and edit marathon finally. Yep, this is what this making of is about. Even more to it, because I don't have anything, no money, no privileges, and no follower. I made everything out of it, and this is the final word, he says, and there's the applause, and that was it. In the newspaper is a story to these lips also, and here's a funny director, joint stunt, fire safety inspector, the smoking weed dummy, the smoke weed coordinator, the joint designer, grass dealer, and confidence coach, and then suddenly
Was ist denn hier los? Moment. Was ist das denn hier? Das ist doch die Arschfalte, oder?
yeah, these news I will also show on the Instagram Worldy365, and that was it. Thank you for watching this little simple